Hi, it's Paul from Paul Kelly Golf. Are you having trouble leaving the ball out to the right if you're a righty, or out to the left if you're a left-hander? Are you having trouble getting that club head square, hitting it with an open club face all the time and not able to get that club face square no matter what you do, no matter how many tips you read, no matter how many videos you watch? You just can't seem to get this to square up. Well, I've had several students this week with that problem, and after talking to them, I explained that they're doing everything correct, but it's late and they're doing it after the fact. So the ball is here, they're swinging through, it's open, 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 and closing. And they get confused because they're feeling that closure and they can't understand why. So they keep trying to close more and more and more, squaring that club face more and more. And it keeps happening after the fact because they're doing it from the wrong end. Let me explain. So I'm going to try and square the club face, and I do this the way most people are trying to do it so that you can see the problem. I have such a long range of motion, so I'm thinking to myself, I need to wait until I get to the ball to start this. But the problem is that the swing happens so quick. So here's the length of the swing from the downswing to the ball, just from the downswing to the ball. Now, that happens in about 1/10 of a second. So how can I possibly wait until I get to the ball to do that? And because I have that long range of motion, I'm thinking that I need to wait, but it happens so quick and it's past me, and now when I do it, it's after the fact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop rotating this end, and I'm going to start rotating this end. And because it's the inside of a radius, if I turn this a little bit, the outside turns a lot, versus that big long range of out on the outside. So think of it this way. What I'm going to do when I swing, instead of having this end turn all through that big long range of motion and miss my window of opportunity, I'm going to take the grip and I'm going to point it at the target, and when I swing, I'm going to invert it so it points away from the target. Now look what that did to the club face. And because my range of motion now is inside and tight, it's so much easier to do. So I'm going to take the butt of the club and I'm going to invert it from it pointing at the target to pointing away from the target. And then because my movement is on the inside of the radius, it is so much easier to do and I won't miss my window. Okay, here we go. Inverting the grip. Absolutely pure. Now that's so easy to do because this is a radius, as we've talked about. Look how it swings. If I invert the inside of the radius, it's such a small movement. And the outside goes around and closes. But if I focus on trying to close the outside, well, there's a lot of movement. So let's try it one more time. Okay, here we go. Taking the grip, changing it from pointing at the screen to pointing at the camera. That closes it up, and I work on the inside of a radius. Here we go. Dead straight, square down the middle. Now, this is a great way to practice. If you practice this, it will feel less dramatic when you play. And then when you get out and play, you realize that you're not trying to get this long end all the way down. You're trying to get this end to make a short turn. Make the short rotation from the inside of your circle instead of the long rotation from the outside of your circle, and it's so much easier to do. Down the middle again. So much easier. Start thinking about swinging the inside rather than the outside of the circle. You do that, you'll play better golf. And folks, if you like the content on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, engage with it, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I'm Paul Kelly.